everyone, it's Laynie and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, oh my goodness, thank you so much. It means the world to me. When you're driving 1,300 miles in the car, sometimes you do a little online shopping, okay? Just me? That's okay. Yes, fragrancenet got the best of me and so did Kayali. So, if you want to hear about my recent blind buy haul, stick around and make sure you click that subscribe button if you enjoy fragrance content, makeup content, and some lifestyle content. Okay, now let's talk about these. Per usual, I will be diving into the fragrance notes and all that jazz based off of what's on Fragrantica. It is my go-to fragrance website. It's amazing. It's got it all. I love it. Should I start with the brand new one or the not new one? Okay, since this one is brand new, we will start with this. I am a fan of Kayali fragrances. I have most of them in the little cute mini bottles, which I'm obsessed with those mini bottles. I do love her bottles. They're so beautiful. They're just elegant and classy. I love the pretty cap. I had ordered the little mini bottle on Sephora, and I'm not alone. So many of us did because we like the little mini bottles, but instead we got the travel spray because they had mislabeled. Now I can forgive them because I have one spot left for a travel spray, so it's like not the end of the world to me, but I know a lot of shoppers were not happy campers over that because there's something so luxurious even about getting that cute little mini bottle with the cute little cap. But anyways, that has nothing to do with the fragrance. This is the new Kayali Lovefest Burning Cherry 48. 48 stands for how many different rounds of this fragrance they went to get this particular scent. Like, I'm a fan of Kayali, but their fragrances are a little hit or miss for me. So let's dive on into this brand new one. The accords again on Fragrantica are woody, sweet, amber, aromatic, vanilla, balsamic, fruity, and musky. When I read those, to me it sounds unisex. It has 4.2 stars out of 5, which is really good on Fragrantica. It's honestly hard to find one that high of a rating on there with 171 votes. Again, this just came out. One thing that did surprise me is this is just a regular parfum. Her Invite Only, I believe, is an intense. Utopia is an intense. So she does have an even stronger version. I honestly, when I first saw this was going to be launched, I thought this would be an intense, but this is just a regular parfum. The top notes in here are cherry, raspberry, bergamot. Right away I was like, is this going to smell a lot like Eden? Because Eden is very berry heavy, berry forward, body splash vibes. And then in the middle notes you have praline, heliotrope, Damascus rose, and jasmine sambac. So that's where I'm kind of like, okay, this is getting a little bit more elegant in my opinion. And then base notes here are very interesting. Palo Santo, which I really don't know anything about, but in the picture it looks like a wood to me. Tonka bean, Gaiac wood, ambretolide. That's a tongue twister, but it just looks like amber to me. And then Peru balsam, which I'm wearing Mucalat today, which I believe has Peru balsam in it as well, and I'm becoming a fan of that note. Haitian vetiver and patchouli. The base notes to me scream long-lasting and unisex, honestly. So let's give this one a go. New packaging. The travel spray is brand new to Kayali. Her old travels were a rollerball. None of us like rollerballs. I wish Skylar would get with it and get rid of those dang rollerballs. No one wants a rollerball. At least, I don't think most of us want a rollerball. I shouldn't speak for everybody. Okay, let's give this a mist. Everyone is saying it smells like Tom Ford Lost Cherry. And it 100% does. I love Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I've smelled it in person many times. It's beautiful, but there's no way I would spend Tom Ford prices on it. I will tell you the alt version is beautiful, smells exactly the same in my opinion, and I get compliments when I wear that one. I do feel like in the dry down it's changing just a little bit. For me, the Tom Ford and the alt stay more syrupy for longer than this one does. If you are on a budget and you love Tom Ford Lost Cherry, the full size of this is going to be way more affordable. I think it's in the $130 range. Let me check real fast. Yes, the biggest bottle of this is 100 mils and it's $118. So that's honestly very affordable for a niche fragrance. for the big bottle. It really does remind me so much of Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I definitely feel like that had to be her inspiration for this, and I think, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I wonder if she was wanting to bring that vibe to the masses at a budget we can afford. $118 is still not cheap, do not get me wrong, but compared to Tom Ford, it's cheap. Even on the dry down, this is reminding me still a lot of Tom Ford. I get the cherry, but it's like that deep, dark, rich cherry. It's not medicinal to me like cough syrup or cough drops, but it's not like bright, playful cherry like in a body splash. There's definite spice in there, just like in the Lost Cherry. I get that amber for sure. Honestly, the amber in this and the spice in this are reminding me a lot of Invite Only. Like a lot of, it really does. On the dry down, very similar. Actually, in the dry down, it is so similar that if you already had Invite Only, I don't think you would need this one. Now, Kayali is known for layering, so I'm sure this would layer beautifully with vanilla. I would be interested to see how it smelled with Elixir. I find that one very pretty. And I think if you really want to amp up that spicy booziness, it would be great with Invite Only. And if you wanted to make the new one, Eden, way less playful, youthful, a little more grown, sexy woman, this would pair beautifully with it. I'm really excited to play with the layering possibilities of this fragrance. I get a lot of that amber and spice, the kind of creaminess from the tonka. The florals in here are very blended in. If you don't like floral fragrances, this is not floral forward at all. To me, this is very spicy, ambery, sweet. Definitely unisex. To me, it's more feminine than I would personally want my husband to wear. I really like masculine smelling fragrances on him. But if you are a gentleman who isn't afraid to have that fruity note in there, I really think you would enjoy this. Next up were two I got from FragranceNet. If you don't know, you can always get 37% off at FragranceNet. You just Google 37% off FragranceNet, and then there's like a Reddit link where someone shared the link to the 37% off. So don't ever pay full price at FragranceNet. And when they send you the email saying 30% off, you can do better, honey. Find that link. I just told my aunts about this because they were going to order light blue while we were on vacation. They got to smell it at a little fragrance stand. Loved it. I think the guy was trying to sell it for like $100. I told them, I was like, don't do it, there's better deals online. And so I showed them how to find the FragranceNet link. I was like, get yourself a discount. Okay, anyways. The other two I have been really wanting. Well, at least this one is. I have been dying to try Alien Fusion. I love the bottle every time I see it on the interweb. Whenever I watch the fragrance videos, like this one was calling my name. And then for the longest time, I've been wanting a lipstick fragrance. I missed out. I should have got the Maison Margiela? Is that how you say it? I might have butchered that. But it's the same brand that makes By the Fireplace. Like, they had the best lipstick one, and I smelled it in Sephora maybe a year or so ago. It was right when they were pulling it from the shelves, and I should have bought the bottle. I've been daydreaming of it ever since, and I've wanted a really good fragrance lipstick, but it's so hard to pinpoint which one is going to give me what I want. And I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this. I've read reviews, and the fact that it's actually titled lipstick makes me hopeful that it's going to smell like lipstick. I did smell this a while back in store, and I remember liking it, so I hope I still like it. I will say I'm not really the biggest fan of Juliet Has a Gun, at least their original fragrance. Like, it doesn't do it for me. It's just not perfumey enough. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. This is a tester bottle. That was the best deal I could find on FragranceNet, and I do like that this lists the notes on the back. I don't know if they all do that or not, but right here it says floral fruity, top notes of raspberry and violet absolute, heart notes of patchouli and iris absolute, and then bottom notes of vanilla absolute, and it says the volume is high. I'm an Aries. I like strong fragrance, so that makes my heart happy seeing that this should be a little bit potent. On Fragrantica, the accords are powdery woody violet, iris sweet and earthy, vanilla patchouli and floral. Nothing that surprises me with it being a fragrance that is supposed to smell like makeup. I don't know, there's just something about it that's so nostalgic that I just love it. It's the makeup lover in me. I can't help it. And this has 3.48 stars out of 5. Oh, that's not too good. Out of 964 votes. One thing I do want to point out real fast is I will say that Kayali is filling the room. Like, I feel like I'm encompassed in a cinnamon broomstick. And that's the exact same vibe I get from Invite Only. Like, I truly, in the air in my room right now, feel like I sprayed the Invite Only. Like, to my nose, they smell extremely similar. Ooh, this has a nice atomizer. Definitely makeup vibes. I actually get more inside of a makeup bag than I do lipstick. I think I wish there was just a little, like, more punchy raspberry in there. I think that would remind me a bit more of straight up lipstick. But that woody, dry vibe truly is like I'm smelling the inside of a makeup bag. I don't know what season I see myself reaching for this or wearing. It's very dry, woody, powdery in my opinion. I feel like a rainy day, this would be really nice. Like a day where it's not cold, but it's just drizzly rainy. This would be a good one to reach for. As it dries, I actually feel like a little bit more sweetness is coming out. When I first smelled it, it actually was more earthy, powdery up front than I expected. And now to my nose, a little bit more of a green, fruity, slight sweetness is coming out that I'm really starting to enjoy. This is nice. Now this is one, if you are like clean girl aesthetic, simple, you don't want a fragrance that's like too punchy, too in your face, too much, too sweet. This would be one you could definitely grab for. It's different, like, and it's one that you're going to wear that you're not going to smell like everybody else. I don't even know if you walked by, people would be like, what perfume are you wearing? You smell really good, because it's just a vibe, you guys. It really doesn't smell like a perfume. If you don't like dryish, powdery perfume fragrances, I don't think you would like this, because that powdery, dry vibe is definitely in there. But as it settles down more, I'm liking it more and more. And it could be that dry, powdery earthiness was really hitting me in the face after smelling such a amber heavy fragrance like the Lovefest. She's cute. This one is not one I would reach for when I want to feel sexy or it's date night, you know. That is not this fragrance at all. This is when I just want to feel kind of lighthearted, soft, slightly feminine, but not really like I'm wearing a fragrance. I want to be a little clean, a little fresh. I think this would be actually beautiful on a hot day the more I smell it. She's fun. She's slightly, ever so slightly flirty. Just slightly. I mean, like if the librarian gave you a soft smile, okay? That's the level of flirty in here. I don't want to give the wrong vibes. This is not like flirty sexy at all, but there's just a little flirt in there. Isn't she beautiful? I love her. This is actually my very first alien purchase. I don't have any aliens. I do like it, but it's like not my go-to, but there was something about this one that I had to have. This is, I believe, discontinued, but don't quote me on it. Okay, the accords in here are white floral, warm spicy, amber, tuberose, cinnamon, vanilla, I can never say this, animalic, citrus, sweet, and powdery. This has 4.07 stars out of 5 with 1,490 votes on Fragrantica. This one came out in 2019, so maybe it's not discontinued. That's really not that old. Maybe it's just hard to find. I don't see this in stores. That's why I was thinking this. I still see Alien when I go into Ulta. Top notes in here are ginger and cinnamon. Middle notes, orange blossom and tuberose. I'm actually really starting to become a fan of orange blossom. I already liked tuberose, but it's like really growing on me. And then I love amber vanilla fragrances, so I feel like this will be up my alley. Also, with the cooler months around the corner, I do feel like this just screams fall, baby, fall. Okay, here we go. I like the atomizer as well. Oh, it's actually a little different than I expected. I really pick up that orange blossom way more than I expected. It reminds me of, what was the other orange blossom fragrance I was wearing recently? It reminds me of, Armani Code, actually, off the top. It reminds me a lot of Armani Code. because Armani Code also has Orange Blossom and it has the ginger, so there's that zestiness in there. They remind me a lot of each other, actually. The creaminess that's in here with the zesty ginger and spice reminds me a bit of root beer. Anybody else? I don't know. I love fragrances that remind me of root beer. This kind of gives me that, and so does Armani Code, and so does Hypnotic Poison. This is pretty. I really like this, but I cannot believe how much this smells like Armani Code. I actually think I'll wear them together a lot because my Armani Code does not last. It's beautiful, I love it, but I feel like it fades so quickly, and I've heard a lot of people complain about that with the reformulation that they did. So I could see totally wearing these together if this one is more long lasting. Really reminds me of Armani Code. It's that orange blossom, it's a little creamy. I think that is the tuberose and the vanilla working together. It has that zesty spice from the ginger and the cinnamon, but it's not cinnamon broomstick like the Kayali Lovefest or the Kayali Invite Only. Those are like cinnamon heavy in my opinion. This you get the warmth and slight spice, but not like I said, it's not cinnamon broomstick in your grocery store vibes. Those others are. It's sweet, but it's not stomach turning. It's not super syrupy. It's definitely like getting close to syrupy, but recently I smelled the new Marc Jacobs So Fresh with the mango note, and that one to me was very syrupy, and the more I smelled it, I actually started to feel a little queasy, which rarely happens to me. This is not doing this at all. This to me would be beautiful fall, winter, and summer evenings, even honestly, even with it being a little soft spicy. I think it would be beautiful on a summer evening date night. She's a beaut. Okay. I really do like her. I see myself wearing this. I think I'm just a little thrown off because I cannot believe how much it reminds me of Armani Code, which I just purchased not long ago. So I'm like, wow, I've got two like almost dupes in my collection. So hopefully this one lasts better and I can wear them together and I will be smelling so root beer delicious all day long. Do you guys enjoy root beer scents, or are you like, not your thing? Let me know what you guys think of this fragrance. If you have tried any of these, let me know your thoughts down below. I truly love hearing from you guys, and that is my little haul that I did while we were driving 1,300 miles down to Florida. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here, and as always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.